Hey everyone, it's Satu here on your screen. So today's workshop is about the intermediate line dance cha-cha. I am going to do a walkthrough. I will give you some tips on how to get this dance more dynamic, and I also will dance some measures from a different angle so you can exactly see which direction you have to go to. Okay? So the intermediate line dance cha-cha, it's an A-B dance. Part A is 64 counts and part B is 16 counts. We also have 2 balls and a restart of 32 counts on part A. Okay, so let's start. We'll start with the first 8 counts. We start with our right foot going to the right side to a side step. So we have 1 into Cuban waves on 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Make sure on count 5 you end on your left foot. Now we're going to have 2 sways on 6, 7, syncopated way on 8 and 1. Make sure on 1 you end on your right foot and you can add some hip lift to the left. So we have 1 into a Cuban way on 2. 2, 3. Now we're going to do a saute to the left on 4 and 5. Make sure at the end of 5 you are still at 12 o'clock. So let's just do this with my front to you. So we have 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now we are going to finish this first 16 counts. So we ended here on 5. We are going to turn a 1/8 of a turn over our left shoulder and we will step forward facing 11 o'clock. So we have 5, 6, 7. Now we're going to turn over our left shoulder, but we stay in this same diagonal line and we're going to face 7:30 on 8 and 1. Let's do this again from my front to you. So I ended with my side saute to the left facing 12 o'clock. Now I'm going to do a 1/8 of a turn over my left shoulder. So we have 6, 7. Now I'm going to turn a half turn over my left shoulder on 8 and 1. The batucadas are up next. So we ended on our left foot. We are turning a 1/8 of a turn, walking forward to 11:30. Now I'm making a half turn again over my left shoulder on 8 and I end on my right foot, left foot sweep, which I start my batucada with. Okay, so we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Now push yourself back over your left shoulder with a half turn. So we have 5 and Now we're gonna tap with our right foot on 6. We're gonna switch weight. Make sure your hip goes all the way to the back. On 7, switch weight again. And 8 and 1 is a lock step. Still in that same diagonal line we are already in on 8 and 1. The next 8 counts. So we ended facing 10:30 with our lock step. Now I'm going to do a crossover way to 12 o'clock. So I'm going to turn a 1/8 of a turn over my right shoulder. So what I'm going to do is 2, 3, make sure you're going to turn a 1/8 of a turn again, back to 11:30 on 3. Now I'm going to take a side step, so I'm going to rotate a 1/8 of a turn over my left shoulder again, and a side step facing 6 o'clock. So let's do that again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 3-step turn. 4 and 5. Stepping out forward to 6 o'clock on 5. Now we're going to have points. First one to the right on 6 and 7 and 8. Close together. 1 is a step to the right on 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and 1. Next 8 counts. We step to the side. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 is a lockstep with a turn over your left shoulder. Back to 12 o'clock. 8 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1. The next 8 counts. So we have a lot of holds, a syncopated break, and a 1-1-1. So what we're going to do, we end it with a lockstep on our left foot. We're going to hold 1, hold 2, hold 3. Now, between the 3 and the 4, we will step back with our left foot, and I have to be on my left foot on count 4. So, if you want to make this dance more dynamic, stay here on your hold as long as possible on your count 3. Then, speed up your leg speed and 4. So you can add an end count into it as a remember to speed up your leg speed. So let's just do that one more time. We have 8 and 1, hold 2, hold 3, and 4, hold 5. The same thing over again. Make your foot holding as long as possible, and then we go into that syncopated break on 6 and 7. 8 and 1 is a 1-1-1 forward on 8 and 1. Different angle. We have 8 and 1, hold 2, hold 3, and 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1. The next 8 counts, and these are just basics what we're gonna do. So we have 3 walks forward in a curved line with a basic forward, 2 more walks forward with a basic in place. 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1. And let's finish part A. 8 more counts to go. So I ended on my basic 8 and 1 with one day. Make sure you have a hip lift in your day. So we have 1, 2, and 3, step to the side. 4 and 5, crossing back. 4 and 5, hold 6, turn 7, a full turn or a spiral turn over your right shoulder on 7, step to the side on 8, 3-step turn to finish it on and 1 to the side, and there is where we start the dance again, or we go to part B. So let's just do it one more time from this point of view. So we have 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, hold 6, 7, 8 and 1. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1. hold 2, hold 3, and 4, hold 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, hold 6, turn 7, 8 and 1, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, hold 2, hold 3 and 4, hold 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7 and 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, hold 2, hold 3 and 4, hold 5, 6 and 7, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, hold 6, turn 7, 8 and 1. Part B, 16 counts. So let me start with my pen to you. So we ended with part A after our 3-step turn, and we step out with my right foot to the right side on 1. Now we're going to have 2 pedal turns, and each time we are going to turn a quarter turn over my right shoulder. So what we're going to do, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, making a 1/8 of a turn to 7/30. So we have 4, back to 6, and a hitch is 5 facing 10/30. Now we're going to have 6 and 7, and a chaîné turn forward on a diagonal line. So I know there has been some confusing with the music video and the walkthrough video. So I'm going to do it the right way, and I'm going to turn on my right side. So that will be the walkthrough video plus what it says on the step sheet, okay? So do not follow the turn to the left on the music video. My apologies for that. So let me just do it one more time from the top of part B. So we step to the side on 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, turn to right 8 and 1, stepping forward with my left foot, stay in the diagonal line I was already in. Now I'm going to have a crossover way we have 2, 3, 4, and 5. Step to the side, close together on 6, step to the side, 7, close on 8, and change your weight to the left foot. Because now we are going to start with part A again, to the right, on 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Okay? So let me just do it one more time with my face to you. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1 is part A again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, part A, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. This was the line dance intermediate cha-cha. Let me know if you have some questions. You can always contact me, and I wish you all the best of luck on the dance floor, and hopefully see you all soon.